Are you ready for the unexpected? Here we go. Number 1, no alarms, no emails, no comm. Imagine waking up without the sound of an iPhone alarm drilling into your skull. No snooze button you hit 5 times before dragging yourself out of bed. No meeting invites waiting in your inbox. No traffic jam with angry drivers screaming at each other through rolled-up windows. Prehistoric people had one alarm clock. The sun. You went to sleep when it was dark. You woke up when it was light. That's it. No jet lag, no night shifts, no blue light insomnia. Their commute from the cave to the nearest river, maybe a short hike to check traps or grab berries. Compare that to us dragging ourselves half asleep into Starbucks, spending $8 on coffee just to survive a morning meeting about team synergy. Tell me who's really winning here. In fact, scientists have found that natural circadian rhythms in traditional hunter-gatherer societies are much healthier. People actually sleep deeper and feel more rested even without Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Meanwhile, we're out here downloading sleep apps and buying blackout curtains just to pretend we're cave people again. Number 2, built-in gym without membership. Modern people pay hundreds of dollars a year for gym memberships they barely use. Some even hire personal trainers to yell, "One more rep." Prehistoric life was one giant CrossFit class, and nobody had to pay monthly fees. Hunting, fishing, climbing, carrying wood, running from predators. Everyday tasks worked every muscle group. You didn't need leg day because every day was leg day. No protein shakes, no spandex shorts, no TikTok fitness influencers teaching you how to squat, just survival. Scientists have studied prehistoric skeletons. They found that these people had denser bones and stronger muscles than most athletes today. Basically, even your average cave mom hauling water buckets was stronger. She would put modern gym bros to shame. And let's be honest, today we spend an hour lifting fake weights in a room, only to reward ourselves with a frappuccino that cancels out the entire workout. Prehistoric people never had that problem. If you burned 800 calories chasing a deer, you only ate after catching it. Motivation doesn't get more real than that. Number 3, food was real, not processed. Let's be real, modern diets are chaos. Fast food sodas, chips, and energy drinks turned us into couch potatoes. They also gave us high blood pressure. Prehistoric people ate only what nature gave them. Wild game, fish, nuts, berries, roots, honey when they could find it. No preservatives, no artificial sugar, no deep-fried cheese sticks. Their meals were nutrient-packed. They were full of fiber, protein, and vitamins. That's why obesity was basically non-existent. You couldn't DoorDash a triple bacon cheeseburger. The nearest restaurant was still a few million years away. Even today's paleo diet is just cosplay compared to their real meals. Wild fruits back then were different. They were smaller, more fibrous, and less sweet. But they were more nutrient-dense than modern fruit. Their meat was leaner than any steakhouse ribeye. Wild animals don't sit around getting fat. Scientists also found something surprising. The ratio of fats in prehistoric diets was much healthier than ours today. Basically, cavemen didn't know what cholesterol was. They never had McNuggets. Number 4, mental health reset. Modern stress is constant. Deadlines, bills, social media arguments with strangers who can't spell. Prehistoric stress was simple. Survive the lion, dodge the snake, find food. It was short bursts of fight or flight, followed by long stretches of calm once the danger passed. Today, people live in a constant low-grade panic that never shuts off. Your brain doesn't know if it's facing a bear or an unpaid electricity bill. Same stress hormones all the time. It's no wonder anxiety and depression are skyrocketing. Ironically, despite sleeping on rocks, cavemen probably slept better than us, because they didn't stay up until 2 a.m. doom scrolling. No comparing yourself to influencers. No refreshing stock apps to watch your money evaporate. Imagine explaining TikTok drama to a Neanderthal. He'd throw your phone in the fire and say problem solved, and honestly, he'd be right. Number 5, strong community bonds. Here's something people really crave today. Community. Prehistoric humans lived in small groups, usually under 50 people. Everyone hunted, gathered, and shared. Children were raised by the whole group, not just their parents. Old people weren't pushed aside. They were walking libraries of survival knowledge. Compare that to today's loneliness epidemic, where people sit in apartments surrounded by thousands of neighbors, but don't even know their names. Humans are wired for tribe life. That's why modern found family concepts in shows and movies feel so good. They bring us back to something our prehistoric brains always expected. Studies show that loneliness can be as deadly as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Meanwhile, cavemen had no choice but to bond, because survival depended on it. Your cousin brought firewood, your aunt shared berries, your neighbor helped babysit. Everyone mattered. Try telling that to people today. Who won't even text back? Number 6. Living with nature. Modern life keeps us locked indoors, staring at glowing screens while sitting under fake lights. Prehistoric people lived outdoors. Constant sunlight regulated their circadian rhythm. Fresh air improved their lungs. Walking barefoot grounded them literally. And they moved with the seasons, migrating to where food and weather were best. Compare that to sitting in a cubicle for 8 hours, then commuting home to binge Netflix under blue light. Doctors today are rediscovering the obvious nature heals. That's why wellness gurus charge you hundreds for forest bathing retreats. Cavemen did that daily for free. Think about it. They didn't need vitamin D supplements. They didn't need 10,000 steps a day challenges. They just lived and nature did the rest. Number 7. Freedom from stuff. Minimalism is trendy now. People brag about owning only 100 items. Prehistoric humans laugh in the background. They had stone tools, a few furs, maybe some shells, and that's it. No closets bursting with clothes you never wear. No hoarding Amazon boxes in the garage. Fewer possessions meant fewer worries. No one cared about status handbags or iPhone upgrades. The only flex that mattered was bringing home dinner. The guy with fire-making skills was more impressive than someone with a Rolex. Owning less wasn't just a choice. It was freedom. Anthropologists even suggest that our obsession with hoarding today is unnatural. Our ancestors carried only what they could pack. If it didn't fit, it stayed behind. Try telling that to someone crying because their luggage is overweight at the airport. The harsh reality check. Of course, let's not romanticize too much. Prehistoric life wasn't paradise. You could die from a tooth infection. Childbirth was dangerous. A broken leg could mean the end. Life expectancy was shorter. Not because people couldn't live long, but because accidents, predators, and disease cut lives short. So yes, no emails, but also no antibiotics. No drama, but also no dentists. That trade-off was brutal. Still, when you strip away the hardships. It's clear there are elements of prehistoric living that modern people secretly crave. Not everything, but enough to make you wonder, if we lost something along the way, what we can learn today. So what's the takeaway? We don't need to go live in caves, but we can borrow their best practices. Sleep when it's dark. Eat food that grows and runs, not stuff made in factories. Move your body naturally instead of sitting all day. Build stronger communities instead of isolating ourselves. Get outside more. Own less junk. Basically act more prehistoric, while keeping the benefits of modern medicine. That combo is unbeatable. Think of it like a hybrid lifestyle. The verdict. The truth is modern people envy prehistoric life not because it was easy, but because it was simple. Less noise, fewer distractions, more connection. That simplicity is what people chase with meditation apps, yoga retreats, minimalist lifestyles, and organic diets. Prehistoric people lived it by default. So ask yourself, would you give up your Uber Eats and TikTok for a shot at firelight, fresh air, and a life where your biggest worry was what's for dinner, not how many emails you missed, maybe not full-time, but at least part-time? Because sometimes living like a caveman sounds way more civilized than modern life.